Why did the Browns lose this game?
Andy Reid is why they lost the game. Andy Reid is not playing games. He is showing coaches in the NFL. No, you know, it's funny because Arians is no risk it, no biscuit, right? But fortune favors the bold. Andy Reid don't coach scared. And by the way, some of that may be Super Bowl equity, right? Maybe he's looking for his Philly special play because his understudy won the Super Bowl before he did. But Andy Reid, however he's gotten to where he's gotten, a guy who, because of clock management, was considered maybe a weakness deep into the playoffs, is really showing out right now deep in the playoffs. Oh, but Reid, you have Patrick Mahomes. It's easy when you have Mahomes and a complement of weapons. Okay, take Patrick Mahomes away. What then? With your backup quarterback? Now, you faked out Tony Romo. Tony Romo, right? Can't he see into the future? Tony Romo, they're not going to run a play here. That's by design. Their body language, by design, is meant to make you think they're just trying to draw you off sides. That's the point. Oh, they're just looking for a first down. And then he runs a play with his backup quarterback on fourth down. Really, with the game on the line, they complete this first down, the game's over. And it worked. Andy Reid is a gangster, period. And a big coaching advantage at this point, and is if anything, enhancing his legacy game after game. He was the difference. At the end of the game, he iced it. It's Andy Reid.
Well, first of all, you're wrong. Andy Reid didn't enhance his legacy yesterday. The bottom line is he enhanced it when he finally won a Super Bowl, because we all knew Andy Reid to be a great coach, but the only thing that escaped his resume was a Super Bowl championship. All of those years he coached in Philly. I would know. I was there covering the man, and the dude, he couldn't get over the hump, and then finally got to a Super Bowl, and then they lost to Tom Brady in New England. But the bottom line is this. When you look at that last play, even though we appreciate it, remember the play before that, Max, you got 12 yards to go. Henny scrambles because he couldn't find an open receiver. That wasn't a set design play or scramble or anything like that. And he was running for his life and needed a first down and scrambled out of the pocket and ended up getting those yardage. That was a broken play right there. So I'm going to give more credit to him than Andy Reid in that particular situation. That's number one. And number two, I'm also going to give credit for the loss to Kevin Stefanski to some degree, a Coach of the Year candidate in my eyes, who I think did a hell of a job in Cleveland. But should Nick Chubb have gotten the ball more than 13 times? I kind of think so. Nick Chubb is a stud. Get that man the damn ball. They were having problems stopping this brother, particularly in the second half, running the football. How about Kareem Hunt? Last time I checked, that's a stud. When we look at the Cleveland Browns, we look at them as having arguably the best dynamic duo in the backfield in the entire NFL. Kareem Hunt had 6 carries. Six. So I'm saying, wait a minute here. Nick Chubb can run the football, 13 carries, 69 yards. Kareem Hunt can run the football, 6 carries, 32 yards. Molly, both of those averages are 5.3 yards per carry. You think you should have ran the ball just a little bit more? More than 19 times? I think so, but they didn't. I ain't counting the 3 rushes for Baker Mayfield.
How teams beat the Chiefs? They had to rush for at least 160 yards every win this season.
And who's more capable of running for those yards than the Cleveland Browns?
Facts.
So if you Kevin Stefanski, give them the damn ball. Now, Baker Mayfield to me didn't play a bad game. That one interception, well, obviously was not a good one. But the bottom line is, outside of that, I thought Baker Mayfield played a relatively good game. But you got to run the football against Kansas City. And then when Patrick Mahomes goes down and he's concussed, okay, and you know you got Chad Henne in there, and he comes in and throws some inexplicable interception all the way into the end zone. You've had chance after chance after chance, and you're moving the ball. Now, Rashad Higgins, you got to applaud the effort with him trying to reach for the end zone and then ultimately gets the touchback because he fumbles it out of the end zone and stuff like that, because that would have brought it to within 16 to 10, and we get all of that. But there was still plenty of time to overcome that, particularly when Patrick Mahomes goes down. You've got to run the football. So I'm not sitting. I know Andy Reid's a great coach. I've known him personally for years. I'm telling you right now, the one thing that I will say, I didn't walk away thinking about Andy Reid yesterday. I walked away thinking about what Cleveland didn't do running the football. And I ran away thinking about Henne on that scramble.
Well, I think it's because he went for it. He coached to win. He didn't coach scared. Go ahead, Max.
The Browns were a bit snake bit. Like, first of all, the touchback, right? Like, I don't like the rule. Most people don't like the rule.
It's a bad rule.
It's almost a touchdown.
Let them hold the ball. Let them keep the ball.
The refs missed. Right. The refs missed a helmet-to-helmet shot, right? Like, so they missed the call. It's a bad rule plus a missed call. The Browns are a little snake bit. But I want to get back to a few things you said. Baker Mayfield, I thought, was very good. Not just okay, there's very good, bordering on excellent. I give him a B+, almost an A-. I thought he was quite good yesterday, in fact. And when you mentioned running the ball, the Chiefs were stout against the run. Like, they really weren't. They were putting themselves in bad positions running the ball in terms of down and distance because the Chiefs were stout against the run early. And Stefanski tried to mix some things up, and Baker hit Chubb a couple times in the hands on plays that maybe could change the game. And Chubb drops the ball. They were trying, and then later in the game, as the Kansas City defense, okay, but later in the game, as the Kansas City defense loosened a bit, then Kareem Hunt was getting the ball, and when Mahomes went out of the game, they were coming back on them. Stephen A., the game had a feeling like the Browns maybe could win it late. Precisely because they did start to run the ball as the game wore on. Precisely because Mahomes was out of the game. And it looked like, wow, as snake-bit as the Browns have been, here is the comeback. That's why the Reed call was so big. On 4th and 1, not only do you go for it, but you make it look like you're not going to go for it with your backup quarterback, and then you go for it, and the game's over. That is the moment of truth play, the incredibly high leverage play, where Andy Reid earlier in his career was killed for stuff like that. He comes through, and it wins them the game, or at least ices the win. That's why I left that game early on. I'm thinking about a bad rule and a missed call and poor Cleveland Browns, and by the end of the game, I thought, boy, Andy Reid is really showing off right now.
Yeah, the Browns were given a gift, though, and they weren't able to capitalize.
Yes.
At the
A
end
big-time
of the day.
gift.
Yeah.
A big-time gift. And again, that one play that Andy Reid called, I mean, he's got courage, he's courageous. I give him props for that. I'm just thinking that's not the reason, that's not the thing you should have walked away from this game thinking about. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.